Last week we talked about the benefits of going on the Gradebook with your child. They can really learn that to start self-assessing and seeing if their efforts are matching their results. And it's a great way for them to start doing that reality check versus what's the expectations that they have versus what's actually really happening in their reality. So today, once we get into the Gradebook, we want to just go ahead and remember that we want to keep our game face on. Going into the Gradebook is not about are they doing good, and we want it to be, if not about are they doing bad. We want to go into the Gradebook with our student we're looking for solutions, and we're looking for suggestions and systems that we can implement. So we're almost going in with our detective hat on. We want to figure out what's going on and what solutions can we find from the Gradebook. So once we're in there, the two kinds of students that I usually see are the student that has tons of missing assignments, tons of zeros, and they just really have a hard time bringing the work home so they can complete it. They have a hard time. Sometimes these poor kids, they do the work and they don't bring it back to school, which means they get zeros or they get lates. So with these guys, remember, we're going into the Gradebook. We're looking for solutions and support. So you almost have to like brainwash yourself because a lot of times we, get hijacked and you look at the grades and you're like, oh my gosh, but you have to like talk yourself into it. So remember, you're looking for solutions and how you can provide support to your student. It's hard, but keep telling yourself and you'll be able to do it. Okay, so the kiddo that has the zeros and the missing assignments and the late work that's really affecting their grades, this student probably is struggling with certain executive functioning skills. He's certainly struggling with organization, certainly struggling with attention, certainly struggling with their memory. A lot of times these kiddos are scattered, they're losing things. It really causes anxiety. It takes them forever to get things done because they have to backtrack, figure things out. Where did they leave it? What do I have to do? The attention that they need to start the assignment and finish the assignment and either upload it on Google Docs or Drive or whatever their school's using, or put it in their backpack and actually take it back to school. That's a lot of steps and a lot of opportunity for things to go wrong. And then memory. A lot of times these kids, because we've conditioned them to look onto the portal, to log onto their teacher's webpage since they're little, since kindergarten. So yes, they've been conditioned to check for the work instead of taking kind of ownership of it and planning their week and setting up reminders. It's kind of like the person that only looks at their bank account and says, oh yes, I have this much money in my bank account, but they don't take into account that they have to pay A, B, and C, and they really are in the negative numbers. So it's kind of the same situation. We want our students to have a better strategy than just checking the portal for their work, because that leaves so much room for error. So what can we do for these kiddos, right? We can actually build the executive functioning skill of organization, of memory. Remember, the beauty of looking at how we can help our student through the eyes of executive functioning is that we know that executive functioning skills improve. And we know that executive functioning skills are what allow our kids to function and get things done. So this is a great resource. We have to provide, remember, a solution and support. In addition to working on the actual skill, we can kind of hack whatever they're doing. We can check, maybe they don't even know how to use an agenda. I've worked with middle schoolers, they've never had to use an agenda in their whole life. They literally have no idea how to do that. Maybe they don't know how to take notes. Maybe they need a system. Maybe they need something that's going to help them be successful in completing all these assignments. Maybe they don't understand, and this is a true story, they don't understand where to look for the assignments, because some teachers have Notability, they have the portal, they have Shobi, they have their web page, and it's especially if they're in middle school or high school, they literally have 6 or 7 different teachers that may do it in a different way. That's like if we adults had 6 or 7 bosses that we had to report to. It would be a disaster. Disaster. The other thing we can do is bring in the team, right? The teachers aren't in this alone, and us parents, we're not in here alone. So ask your teacher what we can do to minimize the missing assignments, right? And a lot of times your teachers will have really good insights, and just keep reminding yourself, solutions is what we're looking for, okay? I have the resource linked here, and it is a 1-page, actually I have it right here. It's a 1-page sheet with each of the skills here. And why is this good? Because once we start getting familiar with each of the skills, we'll start getting familiar with what our kids are really good at and which of these skills, I talked about maybe 4 or 5 of them that are affecting the students when it comes to their schoolwork. And this way we can start navigating, okay, they're really good at this, but these are kind of suffering. And usually when you see them suffering in academics, you'll see them suffering in their home life. You'll see them suffering in their relationships. You'll see them lacking in their self-care area as well. So go ahead and grab this sheet and use it, share it with your teachers, and start looking at it with the eyes of providing solutions and support for your kiddos. I'm Nicole Santamaria. I will be here again next Tuesday. Any comments, questions, you can message me, leave them in the comments, and I will respond. All right, friends, have a great day.